Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or hi, hello if you are new here. My name is Anna and today I'm reviewing the newest palette from ColourPop called She's Got Solstice. This is exclusive to Ulta. They actually launched this and then another palette, but this is the one that I saw and was like, oh, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. So due to the virus right now, ColourPop is shut down, and so they are taking orders, but we don't really know when they're gonna start be able to ship anything out. So this is exclusive to Ulta and it didn't take that long to get here. It retails for $14 each palette. They also came out with some lip glosses and blushes. Now I was very interested in picking up a blush, but I didn't want to spend too much money, and then I was like, you know what? We're just going to try using one of these shadows in here as a blush to create kind of a monochromatic type of look. So that is what we have done today. I also was interested in picking up one of the lip glosses, but I'm not the biggest fan of the last one that I tried, which is, it's their newer formula called the Luxe Lip Gloss. It's just very thick and heavy, and I don't know if it's just the one that I personally have. Their formulas are kind of different, but I figured I could skip out on it for now. I have enough lip glosses, but it hadn't been my favorite formula as of lately. So I'm going to show you guys this up close and personal. Here is the outer packaging. It just looks really pretty and very dreamy, and I like it. The inner packaging is identical, and I do love how this is raised, so when it reflects you get a little bit of something something. Like, it kind of blends in, but then as you move it around you can then see She's Got Solstice. There is no mirror, and here are the 9 shades that you get. There are a lot of peachy tones, which we've seen ColourPop do a lot in the past. And this is sort of a newer-ish type of formula. And when I swatched it, it was definitely a little bit difficult to swatch. It's almost like a pigment that is made as a pressed glitter. So have you ever touched a pressed glitter and it's very smooth and you swatch it and it comes off very chunky? That's kind of how this was, and kind of very crumbly, so we'll see how it performs on the eyes. I do wish they incorporated maybe like a matte green. I think this would have made it a little bit different. Plus you have these 2 golds. Of course they're in 2 different formulas, but I think it would have been so neat if they added kind of a medium toned matte green color. I'm talking more like a sage or a minty type deeper green. I think would have been really pretty, and it really would have pulled this whole palette together, because you do kind of have this greeny gold shade down here. Honestly, I think the colors in the packaging would have made a beautiful palette. So maybe some peaches, maybe more greens, and maybe even like a pop of purple I think would have been really neat to see. But instead they went very peachy gold, which of course I love. Peaches always have my heart, especially these types, but this green I feel like is a little bit lonely in this palette and needs another green. Here are the swatches. All of them swatched like normal ColourPop quality, which is pretty good. None were patchy. It was just this formula that's just so strange to me that I really have to play around with. So the color scheme is pretty with, I think honestly the only thing that makes this palette honestly interesting and different than the others is this kind of golden green plus this newer formula. I'm going to get into the demo. This is the look that I created. Do I even have to say what I'm using anymore? For those of you who are new, I'm obsessed with the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. I'm sorry to all my subscribers. I don't know why I'm sorry. I like it. It's a good product. So no, I'm not sorry. Sorry, my nails look really ridiculously bad. They started chipping and then I start biting my nails. That's why I have to put nail polish on, because I will bite my nails until they are no more. Alright, so this palette looks gorgeous. It doesn't look like anything we have not seen before. Honestly, what really pulled me in is the fact that there's kind of a golden green mixed with peach, and I really wish there was a matte green color. I think if there had just even been just one matte green color, I think it really would have pulled this entire palette truly together. I mean, it looks put together. I'm saying to make it like slightly more unique. So we are going to start off with Big Bang. I feel like most of ColourPop's formula is like always the same. But there is a new formula in here. So I'm not gonna be able to say any of these things. I feel really dumb right now. Quasar? I don't know. This one? So this is just like a light peachy pink. I think we're gonna try this one as a blush. I've been really enjoying that, trying like a shadow from the eyeshadow palette to kind of make it a little bit more monochromatic under the lower lash line. Oh, I just stuck that brush in my eye. Next, we are going to use Earth Angel. I'm barely tapping and I have so much kickback. It's crazy. I feel like that's not much darker than the last shade we used. Wow. Sometimes I like that about ColourPop just because it kind of gives you more of a gradual fade and it makes it very easy for beginners to kind of get like the light to dark, having shades that are so similar. That is something I do really like it for, but in this case, since ColourPop already has a ton of peachy shades, I kind of wish it was a little bit different. We're gonna have to try that gold shade. I have no idea how I'm gonna apply it. We're gonna try our finger. Swatching it was horrible. It feels just like a pressed, I think the best way is to actually dab your finger in it. It's not glitter, it's like a pressed pigment, pure pigment. So okay, look at that. It's basically gonna give you an extreme foiled look. I almost feel like I should have put down a glitter glue first because it's very flaky. The glitter glue would be your best bet to get it to stick down. I don't know how much of a fan I am of this yet, but we'll see. We shall see. And then I really wanted to go into the green, but I guess we'll actually go into the shade right here. This one is called Estrella. This one's just a peachy, pretty gold. I feel like all these are so soft that they're just like flaking up everywhere and poofing everywhere. I'm gonna have to test it out again with a glitter glue because I don't know how I feel about it right now. Next, we're going into Chromosphere, which is this red brown shade, super pigmented. Just tapped it and that came off. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that formula, honestly. I can't. I'm gonna put this next glitter glue on top and see if I can fix this somehow. Maybe we'll try a brush. I'm losing hope. I don't know. Okay, with the glitter glue, I think it's slightly better. I was really excited for it too, to be honest. I just don't really like that formula. I just don't. Don't be mad. We're going to take this green gold because I just really want to see what it looks like, honestly. I'm gonna actually take that up. So that's like my new favorite thing, is to like take it all the way up just because it gives it like a little more dimension. It looks like you did something a little bit more cool, even though you didn't. I'm gonna do the other eye off camera like I've been doing lately and see how I feel about it. But before we do that, I do want to try one of these as a blush. I think we're going to try this one up in this corner here called Quasar, the one I don't know how to say. Quasar. Ooh. I'm going to go into now this shade called Earth Angel, which is a little bit darker. Oh yeah. For funsies, I don't know how this will turn out. We can try this as a highlighter though. This one's called So Serious. the lightest shimmer. It might be too dark for my skin tone, but it would make a pretty highlighter. Probably not if you're very fair. So here is the finished look. I did end up adding glitter glue to both sides, dipping my finger with some excess glitter glue on it. Like, I used my finger to apply the glitter glue, left a little bit of glitter glue on, swiped my finger in it, and then pressed it, and I feel like that worked the best for me. And I think it's just our way of trying to get around having something really sparkly like the glitters without having not eye safe formulas anymore. So let me know what you guys think. It definitely did take a bit of a learning experience. With this palette, I don't feel like you can do anything too crazy. I feel like it's a nice palette if you want to do a little bit more of a unique peach look, but it's honestly not going to give you any crazy colorful look. I think it's still very wearable. The only thing that's really going to amp up this look is this different formula, which I don't even know what they call it. Now, originally, I feel like I went through phases of emotions with this new formula, as silly as that sounds, but at first I absolutely hated it, and then I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. But then once I found out that if I press a little bit of glitter glue on my eye and then keep some on my finger to pick it up, it did kind of help it out a bit. So it is a learning curve for sure. You have to play with it to figure out the best way for you to apply it. I did not try it wet though, which I always try it wet. I don't know why I didn't do that, but the formula is so strange. It's like a pressed glitter, like that almost gel wet consistency. That's what it feels like, but a pure pigment, and it is very textured, it is very flaky. So I don't want to say I'm 100% like on board with this formula, like it's my absolute favorite. I do think it's beautiful to create an extra intense shine. I think it's their way of getting around having non-eye safe products, and instead of maybe doing the pressed glitters, which I feel way more comfortable using this on my eye than I would a pressed glitter, and it does give kind of that same like chunky foiled-y effect that a pressed glitter would give. I think that with this formula they could create some pretty cool colors, so I'm really interested to see where they go with this formula, if it's something they decide to keep or they create cooler colors other than just gold. Again, it's not the most exciting palette in the world. I really wish that they had a matte green. I think that would have just taken it to a whole new level of being a little bit more unique. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I don't think this is a must-have if you have like every other ColourPop peach palette in your collection. And of course, during this time when you are not maybe working or you don't have the same income as you normally do, and maybe you're not buying makeup, maybe make a list of things for when this is all over that you would like to buy and help the economy out with. Because of course right now, don't feel pressured just because people are doing reviews on your makeup to go buy things, but just know that if you decide to watch it, we really appreciate it, and maybe make a list of things to look forward to buying once this is all over. I hope this was helpful. I'm glad I did get it though, just so that I could try this new formula and let you know. I almost feel like it's the same formula they tried in the Sailor Moon, but mine was so dry and flaky. I don't know, this feels completely different, but yet the same, where it's chunky and flaky. So I'm wondering if they're just kind of testing the waters for a new formula. But the rest of the shades perform just how other ColourPop shadows perform, so they're very good, especially for the price. You can't really go wrong. I don't think there's ever been a ColourPop palette that I've bought and completely regretted. There might be like a shade or two that I don't absolutely love, but for the most part, I've been pretty happy with all my ColourPop purchases. So let me know if you're going to put this on your wish list or if you are going to pass it. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.